What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel, man. We're talking about Roman Reigns again, and to help us on the matter, we got Brian and Jalen. What's going on, guys?
Yo, what up, what up?
All right, guys, man, this is a hot topic going on online everywhere pretty much because Roman Reigns has been holding the main event scene hostage, as people like to claim it, with both titles since WrestleMania, right? Everyone was pretty excited for him when he captured the Universal title and he was holding that belt for historical numbers. But now it's becoming a problem because at WrestleMania, he freaking won the WWE title and he's been pretty much a part-timer ever since then when he restructured his deal. He hasn't been making as many appearances. He's been off of TV and he's been in and out of the lineup for main events, for pay-per-views and things like that. So people are already getting a little tired of him holding both belts, and it's been brewing for quite some time. But here we go. The rumors are brewing now that Roman Reigns will drop at least one of the titles between now and WrestleMania, and that's mainly what we're talking about here. How would you like to see him drop the title? But before we put our 2 cents into it, I want to read 2 different comments and talk about the stream from yesterday because, we had some good points brought up. So this comment is by Raw091683. He said, I would do a triple threat with both titles on the line in a 2-fall match. So he meant two out of 3 falls. With Roman Reigns losing one of the titles and Roman not getting pinned and keeping the other title. I don't know how that would work exactly. It's a good idea. It's a good seed to plant, and you could go from there. But I don't know if that's the route that they'll ultimately take. We got another one here by Sultan Yakub. He said, I think Roman should do 2 matches in one night. So in the first match, Sammy would cause him the Universal Championship, and later on that same night, he will just destroy his opponent and retain the WWE Championship. So the idea and the foundation is good at heart, but him losing the Universal title means he loses that historical number, chasing Hogan, Pedro Morales, and Bruno Sammartino. So I don't think that's the route to go, but I'm opening up to you guys. Jalen, Brian, feel free to let me know. How do you guys truly envision Roman Reigns dropping both titles, one title? It could be at the Rumble, Elimination Chamber, WrestleMania. It don't matter. Just let us know how you guys are feeling about it.
Go ahead, Brian.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm kind of like stealing your idea because
Go for it.
I agreed 100% with what you said. So I don't know if you wanted to talk about it first.
Well, we talked about it on stream a couple times. I'm all for it. I know you like the idea, so I'll bounce back and forth on what you. If you want me to set it up,
yeah,
I can.
So we were talking a while back about how to do it, and then I think I had brought up the idea of like probably him losing one of the titles.
Yes.
At like Royal Rumble.
Yes.
Like a month, before, basically setting up a rivalry for like WrestleMania with The Rock, and then you were basically saying that he should defend both nights.
In separate main events. Yeah.
Separate main events. So like he would main event Saturday versus like a Cody Rhodes or something like that, and then lose it on Saturday, and then come back on Sunday and then win and retain his belt against The Rock on Sunday. And I'm like, damn, that'll be like the perfect way to end WrestleMania.
Think about it. And it puts one of the top tier performers in the world, not just WWE, but in the world, in 2 major storylines. And on top of that, it gives you that big match feel. And it sets up astronomical push for Cody Rhodes, for example, if he were to capture the WWE title. And knowing how well Roman has told his stories in the past couple of years with this new character, his new bloodline iteration, I think that it just goes hand in hand and ultimately sets up the tribal chief, feud with The Rock. And not that I wouldn't want him dropping one of the titles at Rumble or Chamber or on SmackDown, but I just think having him get exhausted or having him defend the titles on different nights just makes a little more sense based on the beast you've created on paper. That's why I feel comfortable with him dropping the titles in that way. Cody could catch him off guard, and The Rock brings out the best in Roman. Boom. You have 2 top tier champions with top tier stories that pretty much will go down in the history books. But that's ultimately where that seed came from for me. That's where like that foundation was from. How can we make Roman still look like $1,000,000 while pushing over a Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens, or whoever he ends up facing, while also having him in a worthy matchup with his own cousin, The Rock? How can you involve The Rock in a smart way where it helps Roman and it doesn't weaken The Rock's character ultimately? But Jalen, go ahead, man. If you're ready to go, we're ready for you.
I'm just kind of thinking about what you guys are saying, and from what I'm hearing, is that you want him to lose the title, one of the titles, but not both of them, right?
Yeah. I don't want him to lose both titles, man. This is just too historic. He's too good. There's still no one that's ultimately better to hold both belts.
My question is you want him to lose titles to The Rock? Is that
No.
who he should lose it to?
No. I mean,
because I don't see the point. Well, if The Rock is going to come back, I mean, what is he going to lose to Roman Reigns?
Yeah.
Is that what you guys?
More than likely, yeah. Because I think this is The Rock's swan song. He's ready to ride into the sunset.
Yeah, I guess I don't know. For some reason, I see The Rock beating him the first time, and then Roman coming back to beat him the second time, and then he'll ride off. I see it being like a two-match thing,
like a John Cena program.
It'll be like a WrestleMania and then a WrestleMania Backlash kind of thing, where they'll fight twice.
They could do that. I mean, they did that same exact plot you're talking about. They did that with John Cena, but you really want The Rock to hold both titles? You want Roman to still continue to have both belts?
No, I think they should maybe go for one belt. Maybe, I don't know.
So
he drops the belt at WrestleMania to The Rock, just one of the belts, and then he retains it again at WrestleMania Backlash. I don't know.
So one of the bright spots that was that came about in the stream yesterday was VJ. I remember what you said, VJ. VJ said, well, it was VJ and someone else. We were discussing about possibly having a ladder match of some sort where both titles are hanging. And then I added to the stipulation that both belts are hanging. So that means two people go to claim one title and whoever falls with each belt becomes champion for that respective title. Do you think something like that would work best?
A ladder match?
Yeah, because I mean, Roman needs to defend the title from here to WrestleMania. He can't just wait for The Rock.
And what I'm hearing also, obviously, I don't really know everything, but what I'm hearing is that one of the belts that he has is currently like on a streak. Like if he holds it for a certain amount of time, he can pass Hogan and all that.
That's the Universal title. Yes, correct.
So he needs to hold on to that one, obviously.
Yeah, that's why I would want, bro, is that it's for me, from what I see and what I feel, it's now or never. I don't think anyone's catching up to Hogan, Pedro Morales, all those guys, Bruno Sammartino, Bob Buckland is his name. None of those guys are going to get even close. Like, no one from the modern era is going to get close to any of those legends. And I think that, not that every streak needs to, get broken, but I mean, this is wrestling, bro, and it's a Cinderella story.
Needs to break it too.
Yeah.
This is the guy.
This is, a Samoan monster house of a character. This guy is just the perfect fit for it. And we got Trout in the mix now. Trout, we're talking about Roman Reigns and him possibly dropping one or two titles. We're doing a discussion here. I don't know how much of a Roman fan you are since he beat up your boy Brock Lesnar, but be honest. Would you like for Roman to continue to hold both belts, or you'd rather him drop at least one title?
Drop one. Yeah.
So I mean, so Jalen, you're pretty much feeling that he should keep both, or do you think like us that he should drop one?
No, I think he should drop one, but I think that he should drop one because there's so many stipulations here, with him coming back to fight The Rock and all that shit.
Well,
it's like
originally. Go. My fault.
No. Go ahead.
Well, because originally me and Brian talked last year. This was like a long time ago when, we're speculating of The Rock possibly coming back and Roman doing something special. We ultimately agreed that we didn't want The Rock to face Roman for the belt. Like, okay. I didn't even want that to be a title match. I wanted it to be like, bro, the beauty of wrestling is when they get you on the hook for a story that doesn't even have to be realistic. Like fighting for the quote unquote tribal chief position seems like the most wrestling stipulation on the planet, right? Yeah. What is a tribal? There is no tribal chief in real life. This is all wrestling. This is all gimmicks. You get me? So imagine creating a family feud where you got the bloodline against each other and they don't know who to cheer for. And the winner is the alpha male of the group while also passing the torch. So that match doesn't need a title. And it makes WrestleMania much more epic because you have 2 other titles in 2 other matches. I don't know. That's what I originally thought.
I guess when you put it that way, it makes a little more sense, right? I wasn't actually thinking about this. WrestleMania is broken up into multiple nights.
Yeah, 2 nights.
Yeah, actually, yeah. The more that I think about it, the more that I agree that maybe he'll drop it like on the first night or second night, whatever they want to do. And
he'll keep one, but I think you should lose one of them.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
For me, I love Roman, bro. Can't get enough of the guy. He's been in and out of stories and in and out of pay-per-views. I would want him to at least, do something that hasn't really been done before. Main eventing WrestleMania 2 nights back to back, defending 2 different titles back to back. Like, that's just crazy, Yeah. And we're talking about wrestling. At the end of the day, pro wrestling. It's scripted, it's coordinated, it's a Cinderella story. This is not combat sports. This is not boxing. This is not mixed martial arts, kickboxing, whatever you want to list or throw out there. This is it's basically a TV series playing out and coming full circle. And I feel like there's no better way for his character arc to ultimately meet his end with at least one of the titles in a 2-night event. Because the other alternative, this is the last one before we cut it off. But another thing that I had brought up too that Brian and I discussed lightly many moons ago was having Roman open up a pay-per-view, defend one belt at the start of the pay-per-view, and defend another belt at the end of the pay-per-view. So if he drops the belt in the beginning of the night, he got shocked, he got caught off guard. So then he unleashes all hell against whoever his opponent is in the main event, or vice versa. He's so cocky, he wins the first time that he thinks he's going to win the second time, and the second time in the main event he loses. So either or, that's what I thought. And you could have done maybe a tournament to split the titles up, and it could have been like this whole big ordeal leading up to a pay-per-view that's not WrestleMania. I don't know. And you know what's funny? That we keep mentioning Cody. We keep mentioning the obvious characters to win one of the belts. But Sami Zayn is like red hot right now. And if for whatever reason Sami Zayn is able to cost Roman Reigns one of the belts, that would be like a Daniel Bryan, Kofi Kingston moment. Like, the wrestling world would go nuts. Like, Sami Zayn is in a match with Roman, and he's supposed to just lay down for Roman, and out of nowhere, The Rock comes out. I don't know. Rock bottoms Roman, and Sami Zayn gets the win. Like, I don't know. That would be pretty insane. That sounds very far-fetched, though. I'll throw that out there, but I don't know. Anything you guys want to add, though, before we close up shop?
Yeah, Roman's not better than Brock Lesnar. That's all I got to
say. Of course. Brian, Jalen, anything else?
No, I mean, that's it.
That's it. So Roman for sure dropping one title before WrestleMania. Yay or nay?
Before WrestleMania?
I would say at WrestleMania.
I would say at WrestleMania.
I'll say at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I would say at WrestleMania. So, guys, hit us up in the comment section. We discussed this a little further. I'm reading your comments. I'm seeing what you guys are talking about. So, hit us up with some more of those, and we'll be back real soon discussing it on another video. Thank you for tuning in. Peace.